Dr. Susan Spilman here. Today, I'd like to share how much I love and appreciate the Magical You game for children. I've been using it for some time now with different ages, different kids of different ages with different kinds of problems. And what I find is it's so helpful to the child and also, of course, to the parents to understand the child better. So we know that children are having a hard time these days, really all around the world. And this is a game that is helpful to all children, really. They don't have to understand English. They don't have to be able to read. They just respond to the cards that are very, very expressive. So I wanted to share with you now the things that I find most helpful as a psychologist with working with children. So the first thing is that the children learn to identify their feelings. And as we know, they often don't know what they're feeling. They just are angry. They just are sad. They just are upset. They're upset. You ask them what they're upset about. They don't know. They don't know what the feelings are. And of course, this is partly developmental, but also they just don't learn how to identify their feelings. And this game helps them do that through the cards. The cards are so expressive. And then they, when talking about the cards, they learn what the feeling is and they can identify it for themselves. So I find this very helpful for them. And of course, depending on the age, they can learn, they do learn eventually, of course, to talk more and more about their feelings. Another aspect is that another part of the game is that we ask them, what would help you with these feelings? What would help you release these feelings, move on from these feelings, if they choose to do that? And this is so helpful to children because they don't often realize they have a choice in this or that they have any control for what happens to them. Very often children are feeling victimized. They're the victim of their parents, the situation, the school, that kind of thing, that they don't really see how they have any control. And so the game helps them see that they have a choice. They can ask for help. They can identify what would be helpful to them and then ask for help. And again, we discuss that with them. And the other part that is really important from my view as a psychologist is that at the end, we give them a choice of how would they like to feel. So as many of us know, we didn't get that idea until well into adulthood. And so now to start children at a very early age, or even as teenagers, with the idea that they get to choose how they feel. And it's just it's a concept that of course they don't have and they often don't feel. And so this is so important for children to get the idea, again, that they have some control in their life. They're not victims of their situation, that they can do something about it. And what's so important to me about it is that it teaches them resilience. It teaches them that no matter what happens, they have something that they can do about it. They can take more charge of their life. And of course, this doesn't happen in one session, but it's a start. It's a start for them to get that idea and these ideas that they have something to do and say about what happens to them, and that they can learn more and more and more about this. And this kind of resilience is so helpful in life, in school, with their peer relationships, with their siblings, and as they become adults, of course, in life in general. So these are things I really appreciate about this game, and I hope you will too.